Ever pondered why we experience such a wide range of emotions? Why do we feel joy, sadness, anger, or fear? And how does Stoicism fit into this emotional equation? Welcome to the intriguing universe of human emotions, a labyrinth of feelings that at times seems impossible to navigate. It's a world filled with happiness and sorrow, love and hate, bravery and fear. Each emotion, like a unique thread, weaves the intricate web of our human experience. But amidst this complexity, can we find a compass that helps us navigate? Enter Stoicism, a philosophy birthed in the vibrant city-states of ancient Greece and honed in the grand halls of Roman power. Stoicism is not just a set of ideas, but a way of life, a practical guide to understanding, managing, and even embracing our emotions. But why Stoicism, you might ask? Well, Stoicism teaches us that emotions are not inherently bad or good, they simply are. What matters is not the emotion itself but how we respond to it. It's about cultivating an inner fortress, a sanctuary of calm amidst the storm of emotions. Imagine feeling anger rising within you. Stoicism doesn't tell you to suppress it but to understand it, to question it. Where does this anger come from? What is its root? And most importantly, how can you respond to it in a way that aligns with your values, rather than being a slave to it? The same applies to other emotions. Sadness can be a teacher, showing us what truly matters in our lives. Joy can be a beacon, illuminating the path to fulfillment. Fear can be a catalyst, pushing us to face and overcome our obstacles. Stoicism, then, is like a light in the darkness, a guide through the intricate web of human emotions. It doesn't promise to eliminate emotions, after all, they are a part of us, a part of what makes us human. But it does promise to help us understand them, navigate them, and ultimately use them as tools for personal growth and self-improvement. Emotions, a part of our human experience, and Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, might seem worlds apart, but are they really? Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece, has been shaping our understanding of emotions for centuries. Born in the Stoa, or public marketplaces of Athens, Stoicism was not just a philosophy, but a way of life designed to help individuals navigate through the tumultuous seas of life's challenges. The birth of Stoicism can be traced back to Zeno of Citium, a merchant who turned philosopher after a shipwreck left him stranded in Athens. Inspired by the teachings of Socrates and the Cynics, Zeno started his own school of philosophy around 300 BC. His teachings emphasized the importance of accepting things as they are, and not as we wish them to be. This acceptance, he believed, was key to achieving tranquility and peace of mind. Stoicism evolved over time, with the Roman Stoics like Seneca, Epictetus, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius further refining and popularizing its teachings. They emphasized the concept of apatheia, the state of being free from irrational passions and desires. They believed that by harnessing our rationality, we could attain a deep inner peace, irrespective of external circumstances. Over the centuries, Stoicism has been adopted, adapted, and absorbed into various cultural and philosophical movements. It influenced early Christian thought, inspired elements of Renaissance humanism, and even found its way into modern cognitive behavioral therapy. Stoicism taught us to perceive our emotions not as good or bad, but as natural responses to the world around us. It encouraged us to step back, observe our emotions, and respond to them with wisdom and equanimity. The evolution of Stoicism is a testament to its enduring relevance. It continues to provide practical guidance on how to handle our emotions, helping us understand that it is not events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. It encourages us to cultivate resilience, emotional intelligence, and an unwavering commitment to virtue. From ancient philosophers to modern thinkers, Stoicism has always provided a unique lens to view our emotions. So how does Stoicism help us navigate the turbulent sea of human emotions? Stoicism, at its core, offers us a unique perspective on emotions. It doesn't advocate for the eradication of emotions, rather it provides a guide to understanding them better. Stoic philosophy suggests that our emotions are natural responses to the world around us. They're part of the human experience, inherent to our being. But the key principle here is that while we may not control the inception of these emotions, we can certainly control our reactions to them. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism truly shines. It teaches us to accept our emotions, but not let them steer the ship of our actions and decisions. Imagine your emotions as waves in the ocean of life. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Another profound principle of Stoicism is that our emotions are often tied to our judgments or perceptions about events, not the events themselves. It's the interpretation of an event that leads us to feel a certain way, not the event itself. If we can learn to adjust our perceptions, we can change our emotional responses. Stoicism also offers the concept of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. It's a mental exercise where we visualize the worst-case scenarios in advance. This helps us manage our emotional responses better when faced with adversity. It's like a mental rehearsal for potential challenges, which makes us better prepared and less emotionally reactive. Finally, Stoicism encourages us to focus on what's within our control and let go of what isn't. We cannot control the external world, but we can control our inner world. By focusing on our thoughts, actions, and reactions, we can navigate our emotions with greater wisdom and balance. In the Stoic view, emotions are not our enemies, but signals that, when understood, can lead us to a more balanced and meaningful life. Understanding Stoicism and its view on emotions is one thing, but how can we apply this wisdom in our day-to-day life? This question brings us to the crux of this conversation. Let's dive into practical ways to incorporate Stoic principles into our everyday life. First and foremost, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. In life, we often stress over outcomes beyond our control, causing unnecessary anxiety and distress. By learning to differentiate between what is in our control and what isn't, we can channel our energy more productively, leading to a calmer, more balanced state of mind. Next, Stoicism encourages us to embrace adversity. It's not about seeking out hardships, but rather about changing our perspective on them. Instead of viewing obstacles as setbacks, we can see them as opportunities for growth and learning. This shift in mindset can make us more resilient in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Moreover, Stoicism advises us to reflect on our mortality, not to induce fear, but to instill a sense of urgency and appreciation for the present moment. By keeping in mind that our time is limited, we're compelled to make the most of every day, to live with purpose, and to cherish the people and experiences that enrich our lives. Lastly, Stoicism pushes us to maintain emotional equilibrium. It's not about suppressing our emotions, but learning to respond to them in a measured, thoughtful way. When faced with anger, instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to take a step back, reflect, and respond in a manner that aligns with our values and long-term goals. Incorporating Stoic wisdom into our lives isn't about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them, accepting them, and using them as tools for personal growth. It's about cultivating a mental fortress that stands strong amidst the storms of life, allowing us to navigate our journey with patience, resilience, and grace. So, what have we learned about Stoicism and its unique perspective on human emotions? Stoicism, at its core, teaches us that our emotions stem from our beliefs and judgments. It's not the events themselves that upset us, but rather our interpretation of these events. This philosophy has been around for centuries, starting from the grand halls of ancient Greece and Rome, and evolving over time to adapt to our modern world. We've discovered that Stoicism doesn't suggest we suppress our emotions. Quite the contrary, it encourages us to acknowledge them, understand their source, and then guide them towards a more reasoned state. Stoicism, in essence, is about emotional intelligence. It's about taking control of our emotional responses, rather than letting them control us. We've also learned how Stoicism can be implemented in our daily lives. It's not just a theoretical concept, but a practical tool that can help in dealing with life's challenges. By changing our perception, we can transform obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. It reminds us that although we may not have control over the events that happen to us, we do have control over our response to those events. This shift in perspective can lead to a more tranquil and resilient life. But remember, Stoicism is not a magic pill that will instantly solve all our problems. It's a philosophy that requires practice, patience, and persistence. It's a lifelong journey towards wisdom and serenity. Are you ready to embrace the wisdom of Stoicism in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Together, we can make Stoicism a practical guide for everyone, so we can all face life's challenges with strength and grace. Until next time, stay positive, stay stoic.